Good afternoon and happy Wednesday to one and to all, either those that may come on now or listen to the replay. Hopefully and prayerfully, everyone is doing fine on this beautiful Wednesday, at least in this neck of the woods. But you can make your Wednesday beautiful as well. It's been extremely busy and heated, if you will, on these streets. And sometimes we have to sit, reassess, and sometimes press the reset button. Because as I have mentioned so many times, and I too have fell a victim of the cracks and crevices on the streets. So with that, I am taking a step back. I will still post. However, comments will be limited. Everyone, as we know, are entitled to their opinions. And oftentimes, opinions, statements, photos, videos may be offensive. And due to a recent experience that was very unfortunate and hurtful to both the individual and myself, I've decided I will continue to watch, speak my truth. And let me be clear, my truth, which I have, and as things continue to develop, I will post. However, I do not want to be involved with what I see transpiring right now. A lot of them, it's, I don't want to call it bickering because they're speaking their truth, but I do know about this time last year, the climate, if you will, was so very different and it was fun. Many people were engaging. You had some, of course, and you're going to have this in all walks of life, whether it be personal or professional, where there are going to be negative Nancy's out there and the male version of the negative Nancy. You just have to brush that off, but it is too many at this time. And if you allow it, you can become physically and emotionally drained. Some people, if they do not have anything outside of social media, and let me be clear on that as well, because I don't want anybody to run with it. I mean, if anything else, I've learned that you cannot run with things because what you may see or think you see or hear may not be that. So moving forward, you have to really use your discernment. And many people that may not be involved on things on the outside, and as I was saying, this may be, and it proves to be, very lucrative to some, many with a huge following and spectacular content, which many people do. So they have to edit. Some people get really professional with the directing and actually filming, where they put out a lot of money to produce for you awesome content. So salute to all of those that are doing that. Those that are extremely new, the same. It all depends on what your goals are. And I think for the most part, everybody is trying to move ahead, be self-sufficient, and that's a great thing. But again, the negative energy that I've seen, felt, and fell into that doesn't really feel good. At least to me, it does not. And I do not want to, again, as I say, be a part of that. I will continue to listen to those content creators that I am subscribed to, and I enjoy their content. I may not be in agreement, but again, that's that's your individual platform. It is your right to speak how you feel. And the same with mine. So I posted earlier on my community tab about wisdom keys. And at least that's what I feel for today are those. Basically, you have to enjoy your life, whatever enjoyment and it means to your life as an individual. Um, Exercise your discernment. Um, the hardest thing or the most difficult is to resist negative energy. And that is not specific to social media. You may get a phone call. You may be experiencing a bad day on the job. You may have a lot of requests that come in after you get off work and you may not feel up to doing it. But if you work and then you own a business and then you're trying to juggle so many different things as far as taking care of a household, taking care of yourself, that can become overwhelming. So always look at your vision board. A vision board to me is very, very critical in not only seeing, but achieving goals. One of my goals has been and will continue to be health. Everything starts from health. If you're in bad health, you cannot be an asset to yourself or to anyone else. I've been battling a lot of things, and a lot of things I have had favor, grace, and Lord knows mercy. So I will remain consistent in doing that. This has been a journey since 2018, and thankfully, I have been consistent. Now, every now and again, I may cheat with what I may eat, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I will make sure that I will exercise even during the times where I do not feel like it or I might not have the strength to do it. There's always something to do that can strengthen all parts of your body. And I can say this for sure. Even when one part or one limb may not be available or as strong as the other parts of your body, rest assured where you are lacking in that area, as a believer, I can say you will be strengthened in other areas. So even though the outlook may look bleak, you have to get that out of your mind. And I had to program my mind into thinking like that. The times that I feel bad, I work really hard not to say that, and I will focus on other things. And I find once I do that, what may have appeared or felt really uncomfortable, that's gone away because my focus is onto something bigger and better. And when you make a commitment not to look back, again, that may be extremely difficult. And again, when you are dealing with obstacles that many people aren't aware of, even if they are, we're living in a world where people really don't care and they can be really cruel about it, or they will assume that you're making something up when you're not. You're just dealing with life issues, and life issues for some don't always equal life issues for others. So, again, I learned a hurtful lesson this week, and it is time to hit the reset button and get back to how I have been and I'll continue to be. I'm not going to sit here and say I will never go off again. That's just not in me. But I will be more cognizant and take a breather before, because I do not want to end up again giving or contributing to hurt feelings when this platform is definitely not one that was established for that. It was really to get more in tune with a healthier lifestyle, including um, thinking, eating, meditation, all of those things that I do. I had in the very beginning posted a lot of those things, and I'm not really sure what happened to some of them. And then when I encountered this particular incident, I stopped, but I'm going to get back in that. I do it often, but not as much as I normally did. And I do have a backup channel. Well, actually, it's not even a backup channel, it's a different channel where it is strictly vegan. And I am working on that. And I have been working on it for a while now. So once I get it to the way that I want and make sure that everything on there is directly vegan, to include recipes, um, different type of supplements, things that I do for myself that I find extremely helpful, I will post that. And all of that is in preparation for what is in, God willing, my future as opening up my vegan bistro. I will post some pictures later of some of the merchandise I have actually designed for that. So I have a lot on my plate, and sometimes my posts are late or in the middle when other people go in, but that's fine. I am very patient, and my videos will always be up unless something unfortunate happens and they're removed. But I try to remain within community guidelines and at least have something someone can glean something positive or informative from. I plan, air quotes, plan. No, I really need to get this story done to go live about human trafficking. This is something I've been watching for a while. And the top story is about the Ukraine refugees, but trafficking as a whole has been a problem for a very long time. You may see pockets of stories, but I do know in my area, which is the DMV, there are particular areas that are ridden and laden with trafficking. You have many centers and organizations that are committed to finding these young women and people in general, because males can be victims of trafficking as well. And I think many people forget that or are not aware of the statistics. So I think it's a very important topic, one that many may not think about unless they hear something on the news or a breaking story. But keep in mind when you get, and I'm sure most phones have the feature of Amber Alerts. A lot of times when those happen, it's not just always due to domestic, how can I put it, domestic issues where a parent may have kidnapped a child. It could very well be an instance where it's trafficking, the very beginning of trafficking. There is a dark underground market for that and other things that go on, which again, I have not seen, but it could be more stories out there. But this one really caught my eye. And again, a lot I have seen here in the DMV. So That will be what my live tonight. I may have to adjust the time. However, I do plan to go live about that. So if you are not available to join and add any comments or any contributions to that, the video will be up with links where you can read different stories at your leisure. So again, have a beautiful, positive, safe, healthy mind, body, and spirit. Remember, what you feed yourself doesn't always mean that it's going directly into your gut. It goes into your mind, it comes out of your mouth, and you can feel it within your spirit. So attempt to feed yourself with good things, good energy, and deliver that same to everyone else. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm getting there. So with that, that was a quick lunch break for me just to get on to speak to everyone and deliver that message. So again, enjoy your day. And as always, be safe, be well, and be healthier. Until later, bye bye for now.